Welcome to Dreamy Sleep Tales, to tonight's gentle journey. As you settle in, close your eyes, relax, and let the comforting embrace of sleep begin to soothe your spirit. Tonight, we invite you to drift into a world where dreams weave together and magic dances softly on the edge of reality. Imagine a place with a gentle rustle of leaves and the soft sighs of the night. Create a lullaby that carries your cares away. In this world, a small yet brave butterfly named Celuna embarks on a mystical journey, a quest to rediscover the light and beauty that lies hidden within every heart. As you listen, feel free to reflect on your own story. Remember those quiet moments of wonder and the inner strength that has guided you through life. Let this tale remind you that even in the darkest hours, there is always a spark of brilliance waiting to illuminate your path. So breathe deeply, sleep well, and allow our story to cradle your dreams. Enjoy the journey, dear listener, as we unveil the enchanting adventure of Celuna, the butterfly who painted the sky. Celuna stirred as the gentle dusk melted into night. The moon garden, a secret haven cradled by soft silver light, blossomed with delicate petals that seemed to hum lullabies. Hidden amid dew-kissed ferns and quietly shimmering blossoms, Celuna's crystalline cocoon trembled with the promise of a new beginning. When she finally emerged, it was not with the rush of daybreak, but with the tender reverence of nightfall. Her wings, painted in pastel pinks, violets, and subtle flecks of opalescent white, caught the faint glow of starlight immediately, as if they were born to capture and carry the very essence of dreams. Without a word or sound, Celuna fluttered upward. The air was cool and gentle, carrying whispers of ancient lullabies and the rich fragrance of night-blooming jasmine and honeysuckle. There was a sacred rhythm to the garden, a soft heartbeat that pulsed in every leaf and petal, and Celuna moved within that pulse with quiet confidence. Tonight, as every night, she would take her place in a ritual older than time itself, painting the sky with the colors of dreams. At the heart of the moon garden stood a pedestal fashioned from pure crystal, upon which rested 3 ancient jars. Each jar held a hue extracted from the soul of the night. The first The jar of starlight glimmered with shimmering particles reminiscent of far-off suns. The second, the jar of moon mist, emitted a soft, pearlescent glow akin to moonbeams distilled into liquid form. The third, the jar of twilight, captured the deep, velvety blue of the midnight sky, blended with secret hints of mystic indigo. Celuna would begin her nightly duty by approaching these jars with a heart full of gentle devotion. Slowly, she would extend her fragile, graceful wings into each jar, absorbing the magical colors as if by osmosis. Then, with tender, purposeful strokes, she transformed the empty canvas of the night into a symphony of gentle light and soft hues, a living tapestry that comforted both the wanderer and the dreamer. For countless nights, this sacred performance ensured that every sleeping soul below was cradled in the warm embrace of nocturnal wonder. Yet, tonight, as she reached out with a tremulous flutter, Celuna's delicate wings met an unexpected emptiness. The jars stood barren. The luminous essences that had always flowed so freely were inexplicably gone. A hush fell over the moon garden, a silence that resonated with loss and unanswered questions. Celuna hovered before the empty pedestal, her wings shaking as if trying to dispel an unseen chill. The moon garden itself seemed to mourn. The fragrant blossoms drooped, and the quiet streams of dew appeared to weep. In that stillness, the unspoken truth sank in. The colors of the dream-filled night were missing, and with them, the hope that painted every corner of the slumbering world. In the midst of her sorrow, a fragile whisper drifted on the breeze, a memory of ancient lore that spoke of the dream prism, a mystical crystal said to hold the boundless essence of magic and light. Its glow, legend had it, was powerful enough to restore the beauty of night itself. Though hidden far beyond the reassuring borders of her familiar sanctuary, this prism was a promise that true magic did not disappear. It merely awaited rediscovery. Determination slowly kindled within Celuna. With a final, lingering look toward the empty jars that had once been her lifeline, she resolved to seek out the dream prism. There was a mysterious part of her that believed the answer was not merely in the world around her, but in a hidden treasure that lay somewhere beyond the boundaries of comfort and certainty. Celuna's wings carried her over vast meadows, bathed in the pale glow of residual twilight. Each blade of grass was adorned with droplets that shimmered like tiny diamonds scattered on a black velvet rug. The meadows whispered with soft secrets and long forgotten lullabies as she drifted onward. The quiet rustle of the wind and the slow pulse of the earth beneath her provided a soothing counterpoint to her inner turmoil. It was in these sprawling fields that Celuna encountered her first guide, a cloud fox lounging atop a billowy cumulus, its silvery fur glowing under the moon's tender gaze. Its eyes, half closed in a permanent state of drowsy contentment, regarded Celuna with ancient knowing. "Little wanderer," the fox murmured in a voice that blended with the gentle murmur of the wind, "what brings you so far from the safety of your garden?" Celuna's voice was barely above the sound of a sigh as she replied, "I seek the dream prism, something that can restore the colors of the night and mend the emptiness that now haunts my home." The cloud fox's eyes twinkled with the wisdom of countless starry nights. "Then follow the river of moonbeams," it advised softly. "Beyond the meadows of whispered secrets and the grove of tranquil dreams lies the ancient sky tree, where the dream prism rests amid the embrace of time." With that counsel echoing in her heart, Celuna set her course by the gentle glow of moonbeams, embarking on a journey that would lead her far from the known and into the realm of profound enchantment. As Celuna ventured further, the landscape shifted into an ethereal domain, where the earth and the cosmos intertwined. She entered a vast valley where innumerable stars hung low, as if they had come down to share their stories with the earth. Their soft, flickering lights formed a symphony of quiet voices, each star murmuring secrets of ancient magic and timeless dreams. Floating among the stars, Celuna felt as though she were immersed in a celestial choir. The whispers of the stars wove together into a gentle melody, a song of hope that transcended the boundaries of language. In the quiet reflection of a crystalline pool nestled in the valley, Celuna caught sight of her delicate reflection. The water's surface, smooth as a mirror, echoed not just her physical form, but the radiant spark deep within her. In that silent, reflective moment, Celuna realized that magic was not confined solely to external wonders. The shimmering image in the pool hinted at an inner brilliance waiting to be kindled. A subtle power that might be the true source of the lost colors. Strengthened by this revelation, Celuna let the stars guide her. Their soft luminescence pointed her toward a path lit by dancing fireflies and strewn with petals that glowed faintly under the watchful gaze of the night. Every step, every graceful flutter of her wings resonated with the promise that her journey was as much about self-discovery as it was about recovering what was lost. As the moon climbed higher into the ink-black sky, Celuna entered a realm where the very air was alive with movement and mirth. Here, playful wind spirits pirouetted among the treetops and over glistening streams, their voices like tinkling bells carried upon a soft breeze. Their presence was a reminder of the unseen magic that danced just beyond the tangible world. Magic that embraced everything it touched with gentle, buoyant energy. One particularly spirited gust of wind swirled about Celuna, forming the delicate outline of a being more felt than seen. It circled her with an airy laugh, its voice soft and musical. Tell me, little light, why do you chase after distant glimmers when you hold a universe within your wings? For a moment, Celuna was transfixed. The wind spirit's words, though playful, carried a weight of undeniable truth. Yet she answered, her voice wavering with both determination and newfound hope. I search for the dream prism, for my garden lies barren, and the night is cloaked in emptiness. I wish to see the colors of dreams restored. The spirit paused mid-dance, as if contemplating the delicate balance of the night. Seek not what lies far from you, it said in a quiet murmur, but let your own light guide you. For sometimes the brightest magic is not found in faraway treasures, but in the soft glow that resides within your very heart. The words swirled around Celuna, mingling with the cool night air, and etched themselves into her soul. In that moment, the winds of change began to blow, not as fierce gales, but as tender breezes that stirred the dormant embers of her inner light. Before the ancient sky tree, a dense grove of twilight-hued trees presented its silent challenge. The grove was known as the Shadowed Grove, a realm where memories of sorrow and beauty intertwined beneath a canopy of midnight leaves. Here, every rustle of foliage carried echoes of lives long past, and every whisper of wind told tales of forgotten joy. Celuna hovered at the edge of the grove, her heart a medley of trepidation and curiosity. The air grew heavy with reminiscence, and shadows played across the forest floor like memories dancing in the dark. She sensed that here, in the twilight between past and future, lay fragments of her own story, a tapestry woven from both light and loss. Drawn by a subtle force, Celuna ventured inward. The delicate lights of bioluminescent fungi and fireflies formed a pathway through the darkness, guiding her deeper into the heart of the grove. With each flutter, she gathered whispers of old lullabies and fragments of ancient promises, until even the silence spoke to her of the resilience of dreams. In the center of this solemn sanctuary stood a weathered stone altar, its surface etched with symbols of hope and renewal. Celuna landed softly beside it, resting her iridescent wings against the cool stone. In that quiet communion with the past, memories burst forth, a montage of moonlit nights in the garden, of gentle caresses from the evening breeze, and of times when the jars overflowed with light. The realization came like a tender dawn. The magic she sought might not be found in a distant prism at all, but in the very fabric of these cherished memories. They too carried color. They too were imbued with the power to transform darkness into radiant hope. Beyond the shadowed grove, bathed in the silvery glow of the ascending moon, Celuna finally beheld the ancient sky tree. This colossal tree, older than memory itself, soared upward as if in an eternal reaching toward the cosmos. Its gnarled branches intertwined against the night sky, creating patterns that mirrored the delicate filigree of starlight. The sky tree was a living monument to the passage of time, a keeper of legends, secrets, and the eternal promise of renewal. Celuna glided toward the tree with cautious reverence. Its massive trunk bore the scars and stories of innumerable seasons. A soft luminescence emanated from within, as if the tree housed the very spirit of the cosmos. Cradled among its highest branches was the fabled dream prism, a radiant crystal pulsing with a gentle, inviting light. Before reaching the prism, Celuna paused. The ancient bark of the sky tree, warm and reassuring beneath her delicate feet, seemed to throb with quiet wisdom. In a voice that resonated like the deep murmur of the earth, the tree spoke. Celuna, brave wanderer, your journey has brought you far. Tell me, why do you seek the light of the dream prism? Celuna's reply was soft and sincere. My home, the moon garden, has lost its color. The jars that once carried the magic of the night now lie empty. I seek the dream prism to restore that magic, to paint the sky with the dreams of every soul beneath it. The sky tree's leaves rustled as if in thoughtful silence. The dream prism is not merely a relic to be plucked from my boughs, it intoned, but a symbol of the spark within all who dare to dream. You must look inside yourself, for the magic to heal and create always resided within you. Beneath the sky tree's gentle guidance, Celuna settled upon a low branch, her delicate frame illuminated by the warm glow of ancient wisdom. With eyes half closed, she allowed the whispers of the wind, the soft murmur of the earth, and the echoing memories of the moon garden to merge into a lullaby that enveloped her very being. In that intimate stillness, something miraculous stirred within her heart, a soft, pulsing ember of light that began to grow. At first, the glow was faint, a mere shimmer within the vast quiet of the night. But with each steady heartbeat and every gentle breath, it blossomed into a resplendent radiance. It spread slowly along the delicate membranes of her wings, infusing them with hues more vibrant and subtle than any pigment derived from the ancient jars. Golds, silvers, deep blues, and tender violets intermingled to create a living, breathing spectrum that emanated from her very core. In that transformative moment, Celuna understood that the dream prism she sought was not an object to be reclaimed from the sky, but the reflection of the magic that had always dwelled inside her. The emptiness of the jars was a call to awaken the deeper light of her soul, A light that, once ignited, would shine so brilliantly that no night could remain unadorned. With newfound resolve and a heart ablaze with inner brilliance, Celuna prepared to return to the moon garden. No longer a fragile being in search of external magic, she now embodied the artistry and warmth that would restore not only her home, but the hearts of all who needed comfort. Each beat of her wings was purposeful and radiant, as if she carried the very luminescence of the cosmos with her. The journey back seemed transformed by the light she now bore. The meadows sparkled as if sprinkled with stardust, and the streams of gentle water reflected her luminous glow in rippling, mesmerizing patterns. As she soared through the cool night, every creature below, a fox dozing near a brook, a pair of owls quietly conversing on a branch, even the wind itself appeared to pause in awe of the soft brilliance that enveloped her. Celuna ascended slowly toward the familiar silhouette of the moon garden. There, still and waiting in the embrace of the night, were the once cherished jars now empty, their surfaces catching only the reflection of distant stars. Yet, they no longer symbolized loss, but rather the space that had been made for a new kind of magic, a magic born of the inner light that Celuna now radiated. Resting briefly on the dew-laden petals of an ancient bloom, Celuna took a moment to reflect on all she had seen and learned. The journey had been one of both hardship and sublime beauty, a delicate reminder that even when the external sources of light fade, the eternal spark within can rekindle the world. With a gentle sigh that mingled relief and quiet joy, she unfurled her wings to their full, glorious span. In that instance, the night itself seemed to hold its breath. Celuna lifted into the sky, and as she fluttered gracefully above the moon garden, her wings began to trace luminous patterns across the dark canvas. The colors that flowed from her were not borrowed from emptied jars, but were a pure emanation of her transformed spirit, vivid, tender, and filled with an inherent hope. Every soft arc of light, every delicate stroke painted by her wings, brought life back to the night. The sky was slowly remade, swirling mists of blue and violet intertwined with shimmering trails of golden light. as if the very essence of dreams had taken flight. Below, the world watched in silent wonder. In villages and homes, children and weary souls alike lifted their eyes to the spectacle, finding in its beauty the reassurance that magic was eternal and ever present. With each passing moment, Celuna's artistry grew more passionate, more intimate. It was as though the sky itself conversed with her, urging her on and reflecting back the deep wells of emotion that had been awakened within. The moon garden, no longer defined by empty vessels but by the pure, unbridled radiance of her inner spirit, became a beacon of gentle light, a testament to the transformative power of self-discovery and unwavering hope. As the night deepened and the freshly painted sky embraced its role as a silent guardian of dreams, Celuna continued to dance among the stars. Her luminous wings carried not only brilliant colors but also gentle messages of love, resilience, and the unspoken truth that every heart contains a universe of light. The garden, now shimmering with a harmonious interplay of nature and magic, transformed into a living lullaby, a serene melody that soothed every troubled mind and mended every weary soul. In the quiet moments that followed her display of color and light, Celuna hovered above the moon garden, her delicate wings settling into a soft, rhythmic cadence. The creatures of the night, cloud foxes wrapped in gentle slumber, wise old owls murmuring timeless secrets, and even the playful wind spirits that still whispered their riddles, gathered in silent tribute. They listened as the night itself seemed to breathe, each exhalation punctuating the silence with the promise of a new tomorrow. The luminous tapestry Celuna had woven spoke to every observer, from the smallest seed in the garden to the vast cosmos overhead. It was a story without words, a quiet ode to the inner light that each soul carried, waiting only for the moment to be released. And as the soft chorus of night and dream merged into one continuous lullaby, the world outside the moon garden felt, even if only for an instant, a little more tender, a little more connected, and a little more at peace. In the days that followed that transformative night, the legend of Celuna spread quietly but steadily throughout the land. Those who witnessed the stunning rebirth of the sky spoke of it in hushed tones and gentle smiles, as if sharing a secret too precious for the rush of daylight. Families retold the tale at bedtime, passing it from one generation to the next as an emblem of hope and inner strength. Celuna's journey, a path illuminated by both struggle and triumph, became a timeless parable of resilience, creativity, and the gentle courage to find the light within. The moon garden too flourished in this newfound glow. The once empty pedestal now reflected not only the starlight, but also the inner radiance that Celuna had infused into the very fabric of its being. Even as the physical jars remained empty, their purpose was transformed by the realization that true magic was never confined to vessels. It lived within every fluttering heartbeat, every shared memory, and every tender connection between souls. At night, as the cool darkness enveloped the land, people would look upward and feel a warmth in their hearts. They were reminded that even in the absence of external miracles, the soft, steady glow of one's own spirit was enough to illuminate the path forward. And in the quiet beauty of that enduring truth, they discovered that hope, like Celuna's light, was everlasting. As the horizon slowly awakened with the gentle blush of dawn, Celuna rested on the soft petals of a moonlit bloom. The sky, newly painted with the colors of her journey, yielded to the first light of day, a daily promise that darkness and light were eternally intertwined. In that timeless moment of transition, the garden seemed to exhale a tender sigh of contentment, and every living thing celebrated the delicate balance between night's mystery and the clarity of morning. Celuna's inner light continued to shimmer, a quiet ember that would fuel future nights and inspire new dreams. Even as the day unfolded with all its busy wonders, the memory of that transformative night lingered, a soft echo of a truth beyond words. The legacy of Celuna, the gentle artist of the sky, was not confined to a single night, but was woven into the very fabric of existence, touching every heart that dared to believe in the power of its own light. And so, as the world went about its daily dance, Between dreams and daylight, Celuna remained an ever-present testament to the quiet strength that lies within us all. A reminder that even in moments of profound emptiness, the spark of inner beauty can illuminate the darkest sky. In this tale, the journey of Celuna unfolds as a living, breathing canvas, a masterpiece painted with courage, kindness, and the unwavering belief that every heart holds the power to transform its world. There are no easy shortcuts to the magic that lies in each of us. Yet, with every gentle flutter and every soft glow of inner light, we come one step closer to a night filled with wonder and a dawn that sings of hope. May Celuna's flight inspire you to seek the brilliance within and to remember that even when the world appears devoid of color, your inner light can rewrite the darkness into a luminous, eternal sky. And so, dear listener, as the stars shimmer softly above and the night wraps you in its warm embrace, Celuna's journey reminds us that even the smallest wings can carry the greatest light. The colors of the night now dance once more in the sky, all because of one gentle heart that dared to dream. As you rest tonight, may you find your own spark of magic in the quiet corners of your soul. May your dreams be painted with wonder and your sleep be peaceful as the soft glow of hope and light guides you into a new day. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with everyone you know. And don't forget to leave a comment telling us what you'd like the next video to be about. Your feedback means the world and helps our community grow. Thank you for joining us on this enchanted journey. Sleep well, dream sweetly, and remember, every night holds a story, and every dream has the power to light up the darkness. Good night.